Now let's talk about hard power. The world is arming like never before. Defense spending is ballooning, alliances are sharpening, and old rivalries are back in play. The result? A global arms race that is fiercer than ever. The latest numbers are out. The world spent $2.7 trillion to buy weapons last year, $2.7 trillion on tanks, jets, missiles, and drones. This is data from 2024. This is a 9.4% increase from the year before. The report has been compiled by SIPRI, that is the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, SIPRI. SIPRI releases global military spending data every year. Their latest report has delivered a chilling verdict. It says nations are preparing for long and bloody wars. So what's driving this frenzy? Who is profiting from it? And what does it mean for global peace? Let me try and break it down. First of all, the usual suspects. Unsurprisingly, the US is at the top of the table. Washington spent, and listen to this, Washington spent $997 billion on weapons last year. They account for 37% of global military spending. In terms of sale, the US controls 43% of the market share. Next in line is China. Their military spending has risen by over 7%. It now stands at $314 billion. And Beijing's spending translates to aggression on ground, particularly around Taiwan and the South China Sea. We've been telling you about it. Next is Russia. Moscow's military spending has shot up by a staggering 38%. They've been at war for 3 years, so the increased spending makes sense. But this is where the plot thickens. At number 4 on this list is Germany. Their defense spending is at $88 billion. Germany is now the biggest spender in all of Europe. There are 2 reasons for this. First, the war in Ukraine, of course. And second, US President Donald Trump's threat to exit NATO. Europe is taking notes. Their military spending has exploded by 17%, surpassing levels from the Cold War era. And what about Ukraine? Well, they are now the world's biggest weapons importers. Kiev spends 34% of its GDP on defense. I'll repeat that for you. Kiev spends 34% of its GDP on defense. That's the largest military burden for any country in the world. And this is a trend across conflict regions. West Asia, for example, Israel's military spending has surged by 64%. It is the steepest since the Six-Day War that happened in 1967. And these aren't just numbers. They are a mirror of the world's realities. 2 wars have fueled global tensions, nations are arming to the teeth, and the global military-industrial complex is booming. We've told you about the top 4 military spenders in the world, the US, China, Russia, and Germany. Do you know who stands at number 5? It's India. Stuck between a belligerent China and an unstable Pakistan, India's defense spending has risen to $86 billion. And look at the timing of this report. Tensions between India and Pakistan are escalating post the attack in Pahalgam, the terror attack in Pahalgam. Pakistani cross-border firings are a daily routine. Air exercises and live fire drills have increased. Pakistan thinks it can size up to India. Their army may be able to fool Pakistani citizens, but numbers and facts expose them. There is no comparison between India and Pakistan. India's military spending is 9 times that of Pakistan's. Islamabad spent $10 billion last year. Contrast that with New Delhi. Yesterday, India signed a military deal with France. The Indian Navy has bought 26 Rafale M jets. The total bill is $7.4 billion. Basically, just this one deal is 70% of Pakistan's yearly military spending. Pakistan's army needs to wake up and smell the coffee. They don't have the funds and they don't have the numbers. All they can do is support terror groups because that is easier on the pockets. So here's the bigger picture. The latest SIPRI report is not about money. It's a warning about the world sliding towards chaos. Nuclear arsenal is growing, arms control is dead, nations want more weapons, whether it's costly jets or cheap drones, they want all of it. Every weapon matters. And it comes at a price because this is a deadly loop. More wars mean more military spending, and more weapons mean more wars. Trillions are being spent, stockpiles are increasing, and peace has no place on the balance sheet. But the truth is, while everyone is arming, no one is safe.